10. Are you excited to be here? Are you excited for what you're into here? And 1 to 10. 10 being, I'm fired up. A 1 being, I'm here. Right? So put it in there. Put it in there. Come on. I want to see what you guys are feeling. Tatiana, what is it? Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay. Who's excited to be here? Come on. A 10. Abel, all right. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm fired up to be here myself. A couple weeks ago, guys, I brought to you kind of some thoughts on time and how we should use our time so that we can be the most effective with our time. And that training that I did with you guys 2 weeks ago literally came from a training that I was doing at the same time at my BNI group, in my BNI group as the education coordinator for the group this year. And so we are business owners and we're business owners there. And so it was very, very important to talk about the value of time. And then I'm here at 3 o'clock that day 2 weeks ago, and I'm sharing the exact same thing. Why? Because we're business owners here, right? We're entrepreneurs. And time is powerful. And you're either going to do well with it or you're not. It's that simple. And so one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, and this was something that I literally did this last week at my BNI group. So I'm doing it for you this week. And it is one of the most controversial subjects ever discussed. Does anybody know what this controversial subject could possibly be as it pertains to time? If you have any ideas of what you think it might be, and by the way, I'll say it's a myth. What do you think it is? And Abel, you probably already know this, so don't you answer. Anybody else? Does anybody else know what this myth is? This controversial subject. Anybody? Khan, Marion, Tatiana. Anybody? Okay, that's okay. Well, here we go. I'm going to talk about it. Oh my gosh. Multitasking. Not that. So in the chat, tell me if you believe that multitasking is something you're good at. If you think you're good at it, if you think you can do it, if you think it's something that's real, tell me in the chat. Anybody? Okay, are you out there? All right. Well, guys, I'm going to let you off the hook. I'm just going to walk through this and give you some thoughts to think about. And at the end, I have a very, very cool video that I want to play for you guys. And so let's get started. Let's jump into this. So I only have one goal today. I want to make you think about if multitasking is the best use of the most precious commodity you have, your time. And are you truly being effective, or are you fooling yourself? Okay? So that's my goal today, is to just simply make you think and make you think about whether this task, this multitasking thing, is serving you or not. Okay? As you can see, there's all kinds of, the word I'm looking for is like representations of what multitasking could look like. And I see some people that have smiles on their faces here, and I see a couple that think they're about to like lose their brains, and one up in the top right that's lost their brain, right? So there's different positions. If you ask my wife, she thinks she's the best multitasker in the world. and that she can do it better than anybody else. And then I can ask somebody else and they go, it's a complete myth. You can't do it. Well, I have to tell you what my position is to begin with. I'm not putting this on you. Again, just want to make you think, but I believe it's a myth. And I'm going to explain why here today. Okay. And we're going to talk about why that fits into you building your business, your in-cruises business. All right. So let's define it first. What is multitasking? Multitasking involves working on 2 or more tasks at the same time, switching back and forth from one thing to another, or performing a number of tasks in rapid succession. So that's the actual definition of multitasking. Now, let me give you some examples. Okay, this comes out of the encyclopedias and all that stuff online, is some examples of what multitasking is. And quite honestly, for a guy who says, I'm not a multitasker, it can't be done, I've done some of these things. And so starting 2 projects at the same time, listening to the radio while driving to work, I do it all the time. Talking on the phone while typing an assignment. Watching television while responding to work emails. Let me ask you a question. While you're watching television and responding to work to maybe follow up on your in-cruises business, do you think you're really effective at that email when your favorite show is on? Just something to think about. Scrolling through social media while in a meeting. How many of you have done that? I know I have. Okay. Listening to a person talk while writing a to-do list. Is anybody guilty? Anybody guilty? Here's the one, and this is the one I made up, okay? Doing anything on your phone while you are in any kind of meeting or face-to-face with anyone for any reason. How's that? Does that sum it up? Okay. So, terms that are associated with multitasking. Let's talk about this as it really pertains to what is involved. Productivity is a term that is associated with multitasking. So, and guys, as we go through this, think about your in-cruises business, right? Keep in mind that what we're talking about here is about being effective and efficient. And so the question becomes, are you effective and efficient at growing your in-cruises business if some of these things are playing out in your day-to-day? So the word productivity. Being productive means getting the most out of your time. It means being efficient and effective with your work. And this is the part that was interesting. Productivity isn't, what isn't? It isn't about working long hours of frantically typing away at your computer for hours and hours each day. This is what I love. It is all about being smart about how you spend your time to use it in the best way possible. Okay? So that's how productivity fits into it. Now let's get a little bit deeper. And guys, I'm reading off of these slides because there's a lot of information here. And so bear with me. I know this is a kind of a presentation style, and I'm trying to weave some stuff about in-cruises into it, definitely. But the next phrase that comes to mind when you're talking about multitasking is what's called goal shifting. So the first stage is the actual shift in focus from one activity to the next, which happens very quickly. Your brain can do that part of it. Okay, you can go from boom to here, just like that. But the thing to remember is it is goal shifting. We are not writing an email and watching TV at the same time. we are writing an email and then shifting to watch TV. And then we are shifting back to writing an email. Then we are shifting back to watch TV. We are not doing more than one activity at any one time. Our brains are not designed to do that. The science has proven it. Okay? Let me get even further into this. This is the second part of it. Rule activation, and this is where it gets really complicated. As the brain needs to move away from the rules required to complete one task, driving, eating, walking, or talking, and then gather the rules required for the next task before continuing. Gathering the necessary information on or data regarding the new task may take a long time, particularly as we get older. So resetting for that second task is quite inefficient. Okay, let's talk about some results and some proof. The results, the problem with this quick shifting, again, that's pretty quick, as it turns out, is that interrupting the cognitive process of attention in this field has been extensive. The research has been extensive and has found that attempting to do more than one thing at once usually results in more mistakes and a slower total time for goal achievement than if a person had fully completed one task before moving on to the next. Although these shifts of attention only take milliseconds, the time adds up and it really taxes the brain. Okay? So, moving on. Let's talk about some real numbers. This blew me away. Based on over a half century of cognitive science and more recent studies on multitasking, we know that multitaskers do less and miss more. This blew me away. It takes an average of 15 minutes to reorient to a primary task after a distraction such as an email. What? Are you kidding me? I get how many emails a day? And I'm addicted to pressing and finding out what it's all about? And the truth is that the minute I do that, whatever I was working on at that moment before, I now have a 15-minute lag time before I'm fully back. By the time that 15 minutes comes up, I've already had 5 more emails. Is that like you guys? I know I'm not the only one here, okay? So, efficiency can drop by as much as 40%. Long-term memory suffers, and creativity, a skill associated with keeping in mind multiple, less common associations, is reduced. Guys, that's almost scary to me, that one email derails me for 15 minutes. All right. So, the myth of multitasking, a must listen to. I'm going to throw this on. We're not going to listen to the whole thing. We're just going to listen to a little bit of it, okay? And then we're just going to talk a little bit about it. I just want to play it, and hopefully this will work, and hopefully you can hear it. Let me know if you cannot hear this. I hope this works. Maybe this won't work. Okay. Well, apparently that's not going to work. Let's see here. No, it's not going to work. Oh, well. Guys, hey, Abel, can you put this as a download so people can get this? That'll be important for them to be able to get access to this. If you could do that, I would appreciate it, brother. There you go. Download right there, guys. Put that bad boy in and listen to that video. The myth of multitasking, a must listen. It's incredible. Okay. So here are some other resources. This is where I found this information. There's some information for you. You can check that out. And then I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to listen to this either, but we're going to listen to this one because I'm going to do this. Hold on. I'm going to do one thing here, guys. I'm going to go to YouTube Player, and I'm going to type in, one second. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I got to play this for you guys, okay? Hold on. All right, let's see here. Okay. Save. Copy link address. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. I'm going to play this. This is going to make you guys laugh. So the moral of the story is, you'll find out as soon as I play this here. All right, here we go. I hope you guys can hear this. Let me know if you can't hear it.
Dr. Switzer?
Yes, come in. I'm just washing my hands.
I'm Catherine Bigman. Janet Carlisle referred me.
Oh, yes. Still being buried alive in a box.
Yes, that's me. Should I lay down?
Oh, no. We don't do that anymore. Just have a seat. And let me tell you a bit about our billing. I charge $5 for the first 5 minutes, and then absolutely nothing after that. How does that sound?
That sounds great. Too good to be true, as a matter of fact.
Well, I can almost guarantee you that our session won't last the full 5 minutes. Now, we don't do any insurance billing, so you would either have to pay in cash or by check.
Wow, okay.
And I don't make change.
All right.
And go.
Go.
Well, tell
What?
me about the problem that you wish to address.
Oh, okay. Well, I have this fear of being buried alive in a box. I start thinking about being buried alive, and I begin to panic.
Has anyone ever tried to bury you alive in a box?
No, but truly thinking about it does make my life horrible. I mean, I can't go through tunnels or be in an elevator or in a house, anything boxy.
So what you're saying is you're claustrophobic.
Yes, that's it.
All right, well, let's go, Catherine. I'm going to say 2 words to you right now. I want you to listen to them very, very carefully. Then I want you to take them out of the office with you and incorporate them into your life.
Well, shall I write them down?
Well, if it makes you comfortable, it's just 2 words. We find most people can remember them.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, here they are. Stop it!
I'm sorry?
Stop it!
Stop it?
Yes, S-T-O-P, new word, I-T.
So, what are you saying?
You know, it's funny. I say 2 simple words, and I cannot tell you the amount of people who say exactly the same thing you're saying. I mean, this is not Yiddish, Catherine. This is English. Stop it.
So, I should just stop it.
There you go. I mean, you don't want to go through life being scared of being buried alive in a box, do you? I mean, that sounds frightening.
It is.
Then stop it.
I can't. I mean, it's been with me since childhood.
No, we don't go there. Just stop it.
So I should just stop being afraid of being buried alive in a box.
You got it. Good go. Well, it's only been 3 minutes, so that will be $3.
but I only have a 5, so
Well, I don't make change.
then I guess I'll take the full 5 minutes.
Fine. All right. Well, what other problems would you like to address?
I'm bulimic. I stick my fingers down my throat.
Stop it! What are you, a nut of some kind? Don't do that.
But I'm compelled to. My mom used to call me fatty.
No, we don't go there.
But I've been having this dream.
No, we don't go there either.
But my horoscope did say...
We definitely don't go there. Just stop it. What else?
Well, I have self-destructive relationships with men.
Stop it! You want to be with a man, don't you?
Yes.
Well, then stop it. Don't be such a big baby.
I wash my hands a lot.
That's all right.
It is?
I wash my hands all the time. There's a lot of germs out there. Yeah, don't worry about that one.
I'm afraid to drive.
Well, stop it! How are you going to get around? Get in the car and drive, you kook. Stop it!
You stop it! You stop it!
What's the problem, Kathy?
I don't like this. I don't like this therapy at all. You're just telling me to stop it.
And you don't like that?
No, I don't.
So you think we're moving too fast? Is that it?
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right, then let me give you 10 words that I think will clear everything up for you. You want to get a pad and a pencil for this one?
All right.
Are you ready? All right, here are the 10 words. Stop it, or I'll bury you alive in a box.
Okay, guys. So let's talk about this for a minute. All right. So the whole purpose of that is just to say this is I want you to stop it. Right? Multitasking is not good. And we need to stop it. Now let's talk about our in-cruises business for a minute. Let's bring this all home before I close it out here. And Abel, if you're able to jump on here again, I would love to have you jump on. I know you're in Romania. If you're not able to, that's cool too. But man, so guys, with our business, let's think about this. If we're not being effective, if we're not being efficient with our time, then every bit of that rolls down to whether we grow our business or not, right? And so it's just so important that we are intentional and proactive with keeping ourselves on track. And I would propose to you that multitasking, thinking you can multitask, is a myth, and that it's just not something you can do effectively. And we've seen the results. The studies are in. And so I would just have you consider whether, going back to the original question, right? Original question. Is multitasking the best use of the most precious commodity we have? You have to grow your business. It's your time. And are you truly being effective, or are you fooling yourself? Do we fool ourselves into being busy? And some of the things that I've used in the past that have become very effective for me is, and I'm sure you guys have heard of this before, so that I'm not doing this stuff. Have you guys ever heard of the whole idea of time blocking and chunking, right? Where you actually block out time and then you chunk out time. So what I mean by that is I I'm going to block out this time, and this is the time that I do all my emails. And then I'm done, right? I follow up on all the emails, I'm done. And I do one activity at a time, which is I'm going to do emails during this time. Or I'm going to follow up on all of the texts that have come in at 4 o'clock each day. And I'm going to do it all at the exact same time. So I have a time blocked out, and then I chunk it. And by chunking, I mean I'm only doing that one activity, right? And so by blocking and chunking, by being proactive and intentional about your time, then we can keep ourselves from doing things like multitasking that clearly doesn't work. So with that, I'm pretty much done. Does anybody have any thoughts they would like to put into the chat? Any other things that they've run across? Any ideas? I would encourage you to download this. Go watch that 18-minute clip called "The Myth of Multitasking," and I just want to encourage you to really think about how you're spending your time, and especially with your business, right? I mean, we have so many things going on in our lives, and our business is just one piece of it. But it's just so important if we're going to be successful as entrepreneurs to learn how to do this. And so I appreciate it. Johan is typing something. Let's see what they have to say here. I appreciate your time today. I know I don't take the full hour like Abel does most of the time, but I appreciate your time today. I appreciate you listening, and thank you for what you guys do every day, every week. Can you post a link from the video? Stop it. Yes, I can do that. As a matter of fact, I'll do it right here because here you go. How about this? There you go. That's it. And with that, if there aren't any other questions, I am going to bid you farewell today. And thank you for being here. And come back next week. Let's have some more people on here next week. Abel's going to be cranking it out, I'm sure. And we look forward to seeing you then. And we appreciate you. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.